Okay, this is a follow-up to my previous video where I just showed my carry pistol and how I run that setup. This is my EDC, or everyday carry. Just items I carry on my person every day for just general preparedness for whatever might happen. Hopefully you can gain a little insight from this. So, start out. Came from church tonight, so just dressed a little nicer than usual. But this setup works with jeans, shorts, any kind of shirt. But start out with just my front right pocket and just, the keys. That's something that probably everybody carries every day. I try to keep these pretty minimal. I don't like a lot of bulk in that pocket. So my keychains are selected very carefully. First thing, this is just a carabiner, but it doubles as a bottle opener. It's very thin, so it doesn't take up much room. Next, this is my bulkiest keychain. This is a tool called the Rescue Me. And what this does, this little black piece right here is actually a spring-loaded glass breaker. If you needed to break into a car window or anything urgent like that, in case of an emergency, maybe your car's underwater or you see a car's on fire and you're trying to get somebody out, you can also pull this off the keychain, and that is a seatbelt cutter. So I particularly have this because I have kids, need to get them out of the car seats quickly. If there's a car accident, the car's on fire, whatever, that just gives you a tool to do that. So that stays on there. And then this is just a little thin, looks like a key, but it's actually just a little pocket knife. So if I'm wearing dress clothes or something and I don't want to carry a full-size pocket knife, that's also something that I can carry. Also, I've been able to get this through TSA. So even when I travel, I just have a little utility knife for opening boxes or whatever might be the case. So keys. Staying in the front right pocket, just a basic clip pocket knife. This is the SE Zancudo, a collaboration between SE and Randall Adventure Survival Training. I like this nice and thin knife, doesn't take up a lot of room in the pocket. Good solid pocket clip. Stainless blade. This is a tool, not so much a weapon. I mean, it could be used as a weapon as a last resort. But about a $30–$35 knife. Very well made, but very economical, so it's not going to break my heart if I accidentally lose it or leave it somewhere. But just a pocket knife, basic pocket knife. I think that's something men should carry and have on them. So that sits in my front right pocket, nice and flat, with my keys. Front left pocket, normally I would have my phone, but I'm using that to make a video right now. There's a reason I keep it in my front left pocket. I used to keep it in my front right. Oh, and also forgot to mention my watch. Watch is definitely something for everyday carry. I really like watches. If I had a bunch of disposable income, I'd probably have a bunch of them, but I just have a couple. This is just a regular G-Shock. I added a little Sunto wrist compass on there. That kind of helps when, I'm in unfamiliar areas or whatnot and need to get my bearings. But anyways, moving to the back right pocket, that's just where I keep my wallet. Just a basic leather bifold right there, nothing fancy. And then directly over my back right pocket, strong side hip, 4 o'clock, as we've already seen, I have the Glock 19 concealed in a inside the waistband NSR Tactical Kydex holster. So we already talked about the iron sights. Want to make sure you keep all internal parts on the pistol, but definitely want some metal sights. The plastic sights that comes on Glocks are garbage. They can break off. But this also helps if your left hand is injured and you need to do one-handed manipulations. You can rack the slide off your belt, things like that. So that sits in the Kydex holster. Already talked about the directional pull the dot snaps. So okay, moving to the back left pocket, just a couple things back here. As you can see, nothing really looks out of ordinary, nice and thin. So it actually evens me out on the wallet, but back there I keep a TK4 tourniquet in a plastic bag, rubber banded with a set of nitrile gloves in case I need to work on somebody that's not a family member. I don't want their blood all over my hands, but medical equipment is something that you can carry even in places you can't carry a gun. A lot of these active shooter situations, people are dying and it's very preventable. They're bleeding out, and critical blood loss is one of the easiest ways to save a life. So this isn't just for active shooters. If you're driving down the road, you see a motorcycle accident or anything like that where somebody is having critical blood loss from an appendage, from a limb, I can quickly pop this rubber band off, break out this tourniquet, and hopefully stop the bleeding and save a life till a paramedic or an ambulance can arrive. I mean, if you have critical blood loss on the thigh, you nick the femoral artery, you're going to bleed out in 90 seconds. An ambulance just can't get there that fast. So that sits in the back left pocket. Sometimes I will carry a rat's tourniquet along my belt loops if I'm going to an event like a basketball game, a football game, church, something like that, where, you know, if there's ever a bad situation, there might be likely be multiple people that need attention. So just about the same size as my wallet. Actually kind of evens me out when I'm sitting down. Also in the back left pocket right here, just sitting inside the corner and clipped to the edge. Always keep a flashlight. You know, this is a critical piece of kit. There's a light on the phone, but this is more of also a defensive tool. You don't want to run your phone battery out, and plus this is just much brighter. So dark parking lot late at night, somebody approaching you, this is a way to conceal, to, hey buddy, what's going on? Also, this is something that I can carry on airplanes, another defensive tool. It is a flat, just the aspect of blinding somebody as a means of self-defense, but also an impact tool. This is solid metal. This is the Streamlight ProTac 2LX. About a $50 light. The Surefires are a little better, but this is plenty good for the price. You know, you don't want to really often throw those if you have to get in some kind of defensive situation. Those closed fist punches, you hit somebody in the skull wrong or something, you can really mess up your hand. So you want to try to stick with hammer style punches, and those are a lot more effective when you have like a metal impact tool like this, or just a utility light. Comes in handy more than you would think. What I also really like about this light, if I'm out somewhere and I need a light hands-free, you know, I'm working on you know, anything, whatever, if I have a ball cap around me, because of the direction of this clip, I can set it right on top, and then I'm hands-free. I can work on what I need to work on. I have a headlamp built in, so another good feature with the Streamlight. So this last item is not something that I carry every day. It just depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm wearing. But that is on the opposite side of the gun, on the weak hand side, at about the, oh, I don't know, 8 o'clock position. I will carry sometimes an extra magazine in a basic outside the waistband magazine pouch. So this is just another magazine full of ammo. Not really to feed the gun, but more to fix the gun. The most common malfunctions with a firearm can be cleared with the magazine that's in there, but sometimes you just need to, you know, replace that magazine. I'm carrying the Federal HST hollow points, 147 grain bullets in that. So that's for the most part, on most days, that's what you're going to see me carrying. Oh, and don't forget, as we discussed, the belt. You want a quality leather gun belt. They also have vegan leather gun belts that are really nice, but you know, so most belts are going to sag under the weight of their belt. But as you see, I just hold this on one side. You see how sturdy that is. It sits level like a shelf, just because it's designed to hold the weight of a gun. Very sturdy, very thick. So that's my general everyday carry. So hopefully you learned something. Stay ready.